Most of us have personal information scattered all across the internet, and we don't even know it, on data broker sites and people search sites that you've probably never even heard of. These companies scrape the internet to find everything that they can on you. Things like your address, your date of birth, your phone number, even your relatives. Then they turn around and they sell that information. That's why data removal services like Incogni have become so important. They scan the internet for your data, and when they find it on those broker sites, they send opt out requests on your behalf to remove that information. In this video, we're going to check out Incogni specifically. It's one of the most popular data removal services out there and was actually developed by the team at Surfshark, a leader in the VPN space. And after using Incogni for several months, we're going to share our thoughts on the Incogni experience, how exactly it works, as well as what it can and can't do to help you decide whether or not it's the right data removal service for you. Getting set up with Incogni is a super quick and straightforward process. Basically, you're just inputting your personal information into an Incogni profile, which includes your name, your date of birth, your email address, your home address, and your phone number. Also note that if you have multiple email addresses, maybe you've moved several times and you have multiple home addresses or phone numbers, for example, you can add up to 3 of each in your Incogni profile. After that, you sign an authorization form that allows Incogni to send those opt-out requests on your behalf. Once your profile's set up, everything kicks into gear because Incogni is actually a fully automated process. And Incogni actually has really great coverage in terms of the number of brokers that are covered in that automated removal process. At the time of this video, it was 274. That's really impressive, especially when you compare it to a competitor like Delete Me, for example, who only offers that automated coverage for 86 brokers. But it is worth noting that Incogni doesn't offer custom removals with their standard plan, whereas Delete Me does offer custom removals up to 10 per quarter with the standard plan. So if you end up finding your information on a site that isn't in the listed 274 sites, then you're going to have to upgrade to a higher tier Incogni plan in order to get those custom removals to get the information removed from the site that you're looking at. You're able to track everything that Incogni is doing for you through its online dashboard. It's interactive, letting you see your data removal activity either over the past month or the entire time that you've been an Incogni subscriber. You'll see how many removal requests have been sent, how many are in progress, and how many have been completed. You'll see to date we've had 732 removal requests completed. Incogni also keeps a running count of suppression list entries. We're currently at 41, so those are brokers who say that they will not be collecting your information ever again. And at the bottom of the dashboard page, you have an activity log, which updates almost daily, giving you the sense that Incogni is sort of always at work, which is cool to see. And then Incogni also has sort of a running total of how much time that it thinks that it saved you by finding your data and sending those removal requests. It can end up being quite a big number, so definitely take it with a grain of salt. Ours is currently at 549 hours, which seems like quite a bit, especially when you compare it to a more modest number that we saw with the Delete Me service in the same time period. But it's cool to see that number regardless. In terms of reporting and the pace of Incogni data removals, we'd say that it tends to feel a little bit more continuous than some of the other competitors out there. The data removal requests start to show up in your dashboard almost immediately, and then just increase with each passing day, week, and month. And what's nice is that you can check out specific removal requests and get more information about it, such as when the request was sent, when it was processed, what data it actually removed, as well as when the next time Incogni is going to send a removal request, which appears to be every 3 months. Another thing that's cool is that you can navigate this information by the broker. You can search for them by name. You can filter them by compliance score, which is how likely Incogni thinks they are to comply with a removal request. You can filter by severity score, which is how sensitive Incogni thinks the information is that that particular broker has. And you can filter by status. For example, has the removal request been processed? Is it still in progress? Or has it been added to a suppression list? Now, you're also able to check out any of these data brokers specifically if you'd like. You can see that Incogni provides you with a short overview of the data broker, any associated risks, as well as any of the data removal requests that Incogni has sent. And here's where we noticed a few differences in the way that Incogni is reporting its data removal requests compared to some of the other companies out there. For some brokers, Incogni would only send 1 or 2 data removal requests. For others, it was a substantially larger number. The largest one that we saw was 19 requests for one broker. So after seeing how Incogni is calculating that data removal request number, it made a whole lot more sense why that number was so much larger than some of the competitors like Delete Me, for example, who might only be measuring one data removal request per broker. So the 3 resources you're going to use to keep track of your reporting with Incogni are the dashboard, the requests list, and the data brokers list. Incogni does send you these informal reports every month by email, but they're more or less just a snapshot of what you already see on your dashboard. And unfortunately, you don't get anything as comprehensive as the quarterly privacy reports that you get with Delete Me, for example. The strength that Incogni is bringing really lies in that near daily reporting. In terms of how long it takes for the data brokers to respond and act on the data removal requests that Incogni sends, that can be quite variable. And Incogni is very transparent about that as well. Some data brokers comply with the request within hours or days of submitting the request, while others can take weeks. For example, we found one request that was 45 days out and it's still yet to be processed. So be prepared for some removals to take considerably more time than others. What can't Incogni do? Like other data removal services, Incogni doesn't have the ability to remove public records, social media posts, or press articles. And furthermore, they don't have the ability to directly remove Google search results. Its focus is strictly on data brokers and people's search sites. When it comes to customer support with Incogni, know that the options are somewhat limited. You can email them. Incogni says that they'll get back to you within 24 hours, but beyond that, there's no live chat function or phone number for you to call. How much does Incogni cost? Pricing with Incogni is one of the real strong points because generally it's one of the most affordable data removal services out there. The numbers change based on whatever sales or promotions they're running at the time, but in general, you can expect to pay around $100 a year for the standard level subscription to Incogni. But if you're interested in custom removals, data removal beyond the 274 sites that are listed, then you probably want to check out the unlimited subscription tier. That being said, it's going to cost you quite a bit more. Wrapping it up, who is Incogni best for? If you're looking for a set it and forget it data removal service that targets a ton of brokers and updates almost daily, Incogni is a great choice. We love that they offer automated removal for over 270 brokers, that you're able to check in on the status of any of those removal requests in extreme detail, and that you're getting it at such an affordable price. However, if you need custom removals or more one-on-one support, Incogni might not be the best choice for you, particularly at the standard level. Still deciding on a data removal service? Click the link below to check out our best data removal service page on Security.org.